I am here in Medjugorje and I'm with, what's your name?
Cheryl Brown.
And where are you from?
I'm from Turtletown, Tennessee.
And first time for you here?
No, fourth.
Why do you come back all the time?
Because every year you change. And
Yeah.
I came first because I knew that I needed
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what. And so I knew my faith.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that there was something deeper, and I knew maybe Mary could help. So I came, and I was amazed.
Mm-hmm.
But then, the more I came, the more I learned that you have to keep turning it over and over. Mary corrects your heart while you're here. And she just takes it and she makes it more special. She gets you back to where she just makes you more holy. But she changes your heart.
It's like a school, you would say? Because there are books written, it's the school of Our Lady in Medjugorje. She's teaching you something here. Maybe surrender, to hand things over.
It's more of a surrender and handing things over. What she does is convince. You start letting go, and you start believing that it's possible. Because a lot of times when you're in the States and there's so much turmoil and there's so much hate, you get caught up in the world, the temporal world. So you come here, and there's peace, and there's a peace that you can't explain, and it gives your heart time to heal and to move forward. And that's what Mary does, is she makes you move forward. But there's all kind of miracles, but that's not the point. The miracles aren't the point. The point is being here. It really is. The point is being here and being still.
Wow, amazing what you're saying. And you went to confession here?
Oh, absolutely.
What would you tell people? Well, a lot of people are scared to go on confession. Maybe after 30 years they go to confession here in Medjugorje. And what would you tell them? Why not to be scared?
Well, number one, the line is very long. So by the time you're up there, you know everyone in front of you is confessed. And so that it must not be scary. I was so touched by the number of people that were lined up for confession in every language. It's all over. And it's a very special experience here. This is where I really let go, where I said, oh, there is nothing left. I need to
hold back,
to dump it, and I dumped it here, and I felt so
liberated.
Yeah, liberated.
Light.
Yes.
Want to embrace everybody.
Yes.
Jumping around like a young deer.
Yes, it was
Free.
Yes, I felt free.
Same with me, you know.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, no?
Yes.
If people knew, and you don't have to pay anything, no dollar for it.
No.
And you get absolution. You go to the psychiatrist, he can listen to you, that's all, but he can't give you the absolution.
And there's so many priests. I mean, they're everywhere. And it just gives you, there's a safety zone here.
Yeah.
There really is. And I'm just so lucky to be here.
You always have been a Catholic in your life, or you came back to the church?
I converted at 19.
At 19, what were you before?
Baptist.
Baptist.
Yes.
And why did you convert?
Well, my husband, we were thinking about getting married, and I never wanted to divide my family, and I thought faith is important. And plus I had a best friend growing up that was Catholic, and I loved her church. I love the sanctity, the respect, the venerations, the beauty of the church. It was just it was God. God was there. And so and the kneeling, I just didn't, you don't get that as a Baptist. And I obviously wasn't able to receive communion, but I got the fact that it was very reverent. And I like that. I just really liked it as a young child. So when I ended up marrying a Catholic, that was not a big change for me because I already wanted to be there. And we went through the classes. I went through the classes, and at 19, I was a Catholic, and we got married at 21.
Wow, beautiful. And you know, our faith states after confession, after we are fresh like a deer, young and want to embrace everybody, we are in a state of grace. That is the meaning of state of grace, to feel free. We can receive the Eucharist. It seems a lot of people don't understand the Eucharist.
No.
What would you tell them? What is the Eucharist?
Well, I'm going to tell you that Jesus and God, Jesus is brilliant. I mean, absolutely above. We will never understand. The more you read the Bible, the more you understand that there's a deepness, there's a depth, that he was trying so hard to give us what we needed,
Yes.
but he couldn't even hardly relate the mysteries because they're so much bigger than what we even understand. And for him to be able to give us his body in the Eucharist, he was being literal.
Yeah.
He was telling us, you will have me forever, and I will be there, and I am going to, through this mystery, I will come down to every single Mass on earth, and I am there, and I feed you. It is the most beautiful. It is the most beautiful sacrament. We don't deserve this sacrament, and it is Jesus. It's Jesus.
Truly body,
Truly,
soul,
transubstantiation.
divinity. Yes.
That's what it is. He's there. It's a miracle. And it happens all the time. Every Mass it happens.
So you don't need to come for a miracle to Medjugorje. In every Catholic Mass, you can have the miracle,
Absolutely.
the ultimate miracle.
Absolutely.
You pray the rosary?
Absolutely.
You prayed with your husband as well?
I play the what?
You prayed with your husband as well, the rosary?
Yes, I do.
Is it true? It's a saying that the couple who prays together stays together?
I think it gives you strength. I think it changes the day. I think it gives you I don't know, Mary is there. It just seems like it solves problems. It avoids problems. Your day is less avoided. Plus, Mary always gives me a parking spot in the very front of every shopping place I go to, which is crazy. But I can, if I've said my rosary, I get that front parking spot. If I haven't said my rosary,
It's powerful.
I'm in the back.
It's a living God.
Yes.
How a lot of people look for this relationship with that living God. How can they have that personal relationship, which our faith is all about?
Well, I wish I could say he speaks to me, or I wish I could say she speaks to me, but the living part is through recognizing the blessings every day, because they're everywhere. I mean, the blessings are everywhere. I mean, the house that I ended up buying had things that I had always wished for, but had never stated to anybody or anything. And all of a sudden, those little things that meant so much to me were there. Nothing big. It was it was a pond. I mean, they already had a little pond built in, like a little. It was crazy. A front door that was, the screen door that you go into and it slams, and I love that sound.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. I mean, everything I ever thought of as a child, it was all there. And I don't deserve that.
So it's a living God, and it's not an angry old man with a white beard who judges us more and puts us to hell.
No.
So he wants to delight us and grant us our wishes, like as it's written in the Bible. The one who
Abs-
delights in him.
Absolutely. I mean, but we've been bad. I'm here to tell you, we've been bad. And I'm not, and the world seems very angry. The world seems mad, divided. There seems to be a lot of hate. There things that are so far from who he is.
Yeah.
And we as God loving people, I know we deserve it.
Yeah. It's a grace.
It is. It's a grace to know, and it's a grace to know that we have been bad. We've gotten
And
them out of
still
our
loved.
schools. We've gotten them out of our... We've turned our back on God, and we're going to pay for that. And
But we pay a payment we brought on of us. That's not God who makes us pay, it's ourselves who makes us pay.
It is ourselves.
God is not like that.
God is trying to bring us back
Back.
to Him.
And we are punishing ourselves. It's not God. He's a love. He's pure love. He's not
He
punishing.
is pure life. He's not punishing. But I'm trying to teach my children that we've got to get Him back.
Yes.
He has to be part of our daily lives. And it can't
And
be
he can through love. They say God is love, and who loves belongs to God, who experiences God, because God is love. It's
love.
that's how you can be part of God. You don't have to, he doesn't want anything. He's written in the Bible, I don't want any offerings from you. I want your love. I want a loving heart.
Right.
To make it clear, people don't misunderstand. You don't have to, that's Islam, that's something else, that you have to bow in front of the impersonal God. This is pure love, and He wants to be loved, and that you love, and that you're the image of Him.
Yeah.
Would you agree to that?
Yes.
Yeah. And what is the favorite spot in Medjugorje for you?
I think actually the Apparition Hill, but also we went to Cheryl Brieg today,
Yes.
and that
Wow.
is very powerful.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that trip, and it's a healing place here also.
Yeah.
It's a place
Yes.
where you can heal.
How
And
did you receive healing here?
I did.
Can you describe a bit the process?
Well, I had a knee that is artificial knee,
Yeah.
and it was getting it, of all things, that's what was getting attacked as I tried to get over here, and it started swelling, and I knew that it was not biological. I just knew it.
Wow.
But I went to Father Leon's blessing of the gifts, and then he does also blessing of healing. He heals, and I stood there, and I could just feel it. It was crazy. The next day, I had no problem. I scampered up, I could have scampered up Apparition Hill, but I didn't have to. I went slow. It didn't hurt, and nothing has hurt since.
Yes.
So it is completely healed. And then I went back for a second, and I said, "Can we seal that knee?"
Yeah,
And I
beautiful.
believe it's sealed.
Yeah.
I believe I'll be fine forever now.
Man.
It is.
Did you make the experience when you live in the intention, thy will be done in my life, that your life goes smoother, easier?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you
Everything.
describe the process, how to do that?
That's the grace of saying the rosary. That's the grace of saying your prayers. That's the grace of believing. That's the grace of turning over. That's the grace of just daily immersing yourself in God. You need to spend as many moments as you can with Him and in His grace.
Yes.
So that's what changes your life. The more time you can spend, the more time you can immerse yourself in the right world,
Yes.
is the more healed you become, and the easier it becomes.
And I want to add here, why do we want to immerse in that love? Because God is pure, an ocean of love, and you will be happy to immerse. It's not a duty, it's a love affair. We want to go there all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like
It's the only
you will see it.
solution.
It's the only solution. You will see it.
And I can feel, and I feel bad for people who don't
Know
understand.
that. Yes, who don't understand.
Because they struggle. It's a day-to-day struggle, and I've been there.
Me too.
And
Still there now? Yeah?
Well, it's not quite as hard when every day you accept the things you've done wrong, you try to improve, and then you give it to God and Mary.
Yeah, you hand over your situation, whatever
Absolutely.
situation you have. You just try it out. You say, God, come into my life, help me, and you will see the changes. And if you don't have Christ in your heart, maybe it's the day today. I did it in the main video. I said, hand it over. Say, Jesus, come into my life, come into my heart, and you will see the changes.
Absolutely.
You
I lay
say-
it down all the time.
All the time.
All
Wow.
the time.
Favorite spot in Medjugorje for you? What is that? A favorite spot?
Well, I told you the Apparition Hill
Yeah.
and Adoration.
Yeah. Why adoration?
It's quiet. It's beautiful. There's so many people, and in our churches in America, you may get 3 people looking at having to do their time. Oh, over here it's thousands.
Yeah.
People are crowded in. It's a beautiful experience. I mean,
Again-
it just makes me smile.
I see it. You have that joy, that gentle joy, and that peace. And it's a saying here that you can see Our Lady in the eyes of the people. And it's true. But you look, my cousin, he's watching in Germany, never been here. Said, Tom, these people, they all glow, they all shine somehow.
It is in your eyes.
And that will change you here. The sadness
Yes.
left you,
Yes.
preoccupations. You
Yes.
understood Exodus 14:14. Be still, I am God. I fight for you.
Be still, I'm God.
I fight for you. We don't understand. It can be much more easier out there. Somebody watching now and is sad, sitting at home, looking at this video, just hand it over
Yeah.
and start to trust. Try it out
Each day.
each day. Amazing. And what would you tell people? Why come to Medjugorje one time?
Because every time you come with a different need. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not an easy journey
Yeah.
trying to get to the right place and what I say, trying to become more holy. And every trip there's improvement, and that's what I'm looking for. But I have a friend. That
Maybe
should
he
be
wants to give an interview as well.
I think he does.
What can I say? Thank you for this beautiful, beautiful interview.
And thank you, Tom, from Medjugorje.